Hey everybody, thanks for being here. This week we're on the California Delta for some springtime striped bass action. Brought to you by Corning Ford, Procure, Clackercraft, Yakima Bait, P-Line, Max Lure, Fishfield, Brad's Fishing, Valley Marine, Foley's Fishing Charters, and Fish Hang Products. Now if you want to learn how to catch more fish, stay tuned. I'm Justin Wolf and this is Angler West Television. It's said that when the cows are standing, the bite is on. At least sometimes that's true. Today we're in the California Delta, a massive and complex system of waterways that drains the Sacramento and San Joaquin Valley watersheds to the Pacific, near San Francisco, and is home to some great striped bass fishing. Today we're with guide Chris Ditter, along with Meng Chong, Mario Castillo, and Aaron Grave.
So we're on the California Delta today. It's been an early start this year with this warmer water. The warmer temps came in early, and so we've been catching a lot of fish the last week of February. I think today's March, maybe 18th or something like that. And the bite's been really good these last 3 weeks. So we're gonna head, right now we're in 3 Mile Slough. We're gonna head into the San Joaquin. We have the Alco tide that's gonna pick up here in a little bit. Right now it's slack, but we're gonna fish through the slack tide. You still get fish to bite during the slack tide. You just have to adjust your speeds accordingly. So we'll get that first hour or two of the incoming, but if the bite's anything like it's been the last 2 days, it's just been incredible. There's had a lot of hookups, a lot of doubles, a lot of triples, good sized fish. So the name of the game right now is covering water. You know, go to different areas, maybe down to Antioch or Prisoner's Point, cover all those spots in between, and when you find a good group of fish, work them and go to your next spot. Go ahead, yeah, we'll do all Atlas right now, unless the weeds get bad. But trolling at these slower speeds, we're just do your...
It's the outgoing right now, right?
Yeah, it's gonna start coming outgoing, yeah. All right, guys, we're ready.
We're gonna do a 70 to 75 feet setback.
So at this time of year, we could deal with a lot of grass that's coming out, especially depending on where you're fishing in those big tides. You can get some dirty water, but you can see down here it's pretty clean. That's what I like to see, a nice white screen. If you see a lot of purple, not this here, but if you see a lot of purple down here on the lower part, that's just gonna be grass. Some people mistake that, those big clumps, it's fish. And if it's grassy, you know, the best thing to do, especially with these Atlas rigs, is just get out and find some cleaner water. Another one right on the bottom, just hugging in that mud.
So I'm trying to stay with the contour. Early morning, I've noticed they're literally hitting right on the bottom. So if you're like a foot or two, then you're right in their face, and that's when they come up and hit it. But if you're a little too high, then they won't even look at it. But then as the day progresses in the afternoon, you can be like 5 feet off the bottom or even 8 feet, and then they'll just come up and hit it. So as the water warms up, they just get more active. Yeah, so I got dipsy divers on these, but then these are just straight back. For now, we're just depth is what matters most, so the dipsy divers will kind of reduce the weeds getting snagged on the line. It's some guys might say it's overkill, but then it's closer to the boat. You can make sharper turns, and you can get down deeper a lot quicker, so you can fish the 20 to 30 to even 40 foot range a lot more. And a lot of the guys, they really just skip out on those depths and go straight to the 15 to 10 feet zones.
There we go, fish on.
Chartreuse. Steady retrieve. You can pump, but if you gotta reel down if you want to pump. But just a steady retrieve works.
Well, guy.
Hit on the chartreuse.
So the legal limit size is 18 inches and above, and it's 2 fish per angler. And that limit size may change from 20 inches to 30 inches in the next year or two. And that one was a shaker. I think that one was about 16 inches. So those just go back in the water and get bigger later. We'll catch them again some other year.
Welcome back to the California Delta. I'm Justin Wolf. We've deployed umbrella rigs, which produced a shaker, but in spring, patience and a little gas is key to finding the schools.
So if we don't find these fish here, the first spot that we started, we're going to definitely move around. We have a long outgo tide today, about 8 hours long. Hey guys, it's 17 feet, so make sure you bring them up if you need to. 15 feet. But we'll definitely cover a lot of grounds until we find the fish. Then once we do, we'll start working that area, just going back and forth. But right now, we fished this area yesterday and it was just red hot, but there's not that many fish.
Fish on.
Fish on. Here you go, Eric.
Green, you like that green?
Two in a row.
Oh no, she popped up.
Oh, he popped it, huh?
Yeah.
So we've had a lot of rain, a lot of wind. Right now the McClawmy River is really dirty. So fishing that right there at the confluence, San Joaquin, I wouldn't really go through the San Andreas. It's just too muddy. But other areas, the San Joaquin usually runs cleaner. The Sac is really cold, but water clarity is the most important thing. It's pretty good all over considering how much rain we have and the releases from the dam. So it's still been good fishing. Right now, these fish, all these fish have been caught. They pretty much have empty stomachs, but they are chasing around looking for anything they could eat. This time of year, and especially when they're done spawning, they love eating crawfish. That's the number one thing I see inside their stomach, crawfish. And so we have some crawfish pattern lures that we'll use later. Chartreuse has been a really good color with but yeah, that's one thing too, especially when you get closer to this bank. That chartreuse orange has been working really well because it kind of looks like a crawfish to them, and those colors show really well in this colored water. So we have a deep channel here. It comes through, and then there's like what I call like a little underground island that comes up, and on low tide it's about 12-14 feet. And these fish will be stacked right on top of that at times. So we're just going to kind of cruise out and see if they're over there. Right here on that island. Little guys have to eat too.
That's a better fish right there.
Right there on that island, Ming. What do we got? Another shaker? All right.
Putting on some Procure right now, but basically umbrella rigs, you can only have 3 baits with hooks. So I got a bunch of teasers up here, but you can't have hooks up here. And you can tell they already took out some of the teasers. But the regulation says you can have 3 with hooks, and on each bait you can have actually 3 hooks. So you can actually put on a jerk bait with the 3 hooks on, but then it's gonna be a tangled mess. What you want to do is just add a single stinger back here, and this is more like a halibut setup. It's more like a halibut setup, so halibut like to eat from down here, but then it seems like these stripers are doing the same thing today. They're literally coming from the bottom. That's why the stinger on the bottom works. What you do is just get a wire with the hook on, stick it through the bait, and you can just use a swivel, snap swivel, snap it on, and then you have your bait back here, and they eat it. And that's how you get them. So today I'm using the Procure threadfin shad, and this has been really good lately. So what you want to do is just put it on the top, use the tail to kind of smear it. That way you don't kind of mess up the coloration. And we'll get it go.
You got one, Eric?
No, I got trash.
So with these rigs, we're actually trolling them pretty slow right now. I'm just kind of idling at whatever the lowest speed I can in gear. Going against the tide, I've been going around 2.2, getting bit, going with it, about 2.8, 3.0. You're getting bit. But what I love about this rig is I control them as fast. I've got these fish to bite at 4.7 miles an hour, 4.1. This is going with the tide. 3.7, going against the tide, 2.8, 3.1. That's why I love this rig so much. I control it at different speeds. I could get it down into 14, 10 feet, all the way out, and I fish at 30 feet. So this rig is so versatile. That's why I always have it with me. So the best way I describe this rig, it's like showing up to your work site with just a hammer in your toolbox. That's just crazy to me. I mean, this here is definitely needs to be in the tackle box. All right, guys, there's a little lump right there of grass. That's a new one, 15 feet. So you can see we have some debris down there that showed up. It's not normally there, it'll push out with the tide, but you don't want to get caught into something like that. So you can see it here on the down scan. You got a fish?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
How's he look, Eric?
He's a keep.
That's a nice one.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
So yeah, that fish we caught, it's a good size keeper there. Good slabs on it. But what the fish that I really like to keep is anywhere from 5.5, 6 pounds. Those bigger fish, anything over 10 pounds, I throw back. Those are your good breeders, your good spawners. Let those go because we need more fish in the system. So we'll let those fish go automatically. It's a no-brainer. But you can see, look, we have some fish here hugging that bottom. And that's the cool thing about these rigs. Sometimes you don't need to be right in their face. A lot of times I could be up here at 15 feet and they'll come from the bottom and hit that rig. Like Ming was saying earlier, sometimes you have to put it right in their face, but most of the time you can get it 4 or 5 feet off the top and they'll come in and hit it.
We're going back to the California Delta, but first, here's your fish field tackle connection. Now today we started off using umbrella rigs, which require numerous swim baits. A great place to purchase swim baits would be fishfield.com. They've got a great selection, including the Fishfield Thumpertail swim baits. They come in 4 different sizes, 2-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch, and 9-inch. And I can tell you personally that I've caught a whole lot of rockfish, lingcod, halibut, and just about everything else on those swim baits. They've got great colors and they're extremely durable. You can catch a bunch of fish on each bait, including lingcod. Now they also have other types of swim baits that are real high quality, like the Kitex and the Z-Mans, which might be good for the baits with your hooks in them. Now, let's go back to the California Delta and see if we can't catch a few more striped bass. Umbrella rigs are putting some nice fish in the boat, but we're still looking for the big bite.
That's a 2-ounce jig head. Technically, you can just use it as is, and it'll drop it down faster. But we want it like right near the boat. That way, it's easier to control depth. If there's like clumps of weed down there that we've been seeing, you can just reel it up real quick and try to avoid those snags. It's easier to do that, and when we make those sharp turns, it's just so much easier to turn back and go hit that same spot again.
So we're gonna do one more pass through here, and if we keep getting smaller fish, we're gonna pick up and move. We want to find those bigger fish. They're around, but we're gonna have to go hunting for them today.
So the way he designed these is that's in the lock position. So you loosen the head and then you spin that to that where that little line is right there. And then it collapses. You just line those up and they collapse down. Yeah.
So we're gonna switch over to one of our hard baits just so we can cover water a lot faster and look for these fish. The grass is kind of picking up. It's getting bad over here. With these deep divers, I can go up to 5.5 miles an hour. So it's a really good search bait. Plus, they catch a lot of fish. So we found another shoal out here. We're gonna fish. There's a point that comes out. So we're gonna start here, then we're gonna run right along the shoal here. And there's like an underground volcano is what I like to call it because it comes up to 6 feet. And those fish have been kind of hanging right around in this area. You can see all my trails here. So we're gonna cruise around and see if we can find any of these fish. So sometimes what I'll do when I'm sitting back here in the boat, I'll start working the rod. I'll just give it little pumps like this. You'll be surprised, on some days you'll get a lot more bites than just having it sit in the rod holder. So I'll start working it. And when they hit it, man, I've had fish scare me to death when they hit it so hard. So it's pretty cool when you get to feel them bite, but just working it like this, sometimes you'll get them to react to that little motion of getting away and fleeing. They love it. Stripers love a good chase.
Just got done shaking it too.
Watch those lines, guys. We may have to go over under. Usually we'll just tuna both those in, but let's grab that net.
Nice fish.
There he is. All right.
You want them spread out at least 5 feet apart. So you don't want them bunched up. Sometimes they'll pick up a little bit of grass and then they'll run into the other line. So if the spread is at least 5 feet apart as far as setback, they won't tangle up so much. Same thing with the fish. When the fish hits, it's got a little bit, it'll take some line out, minimizes the tangles. So you want to pick the hook that's true with the back. If you put it on this side or this side, it's going to make your lure run crooked. So you want to make sure you got the center hook just a little grab right there. You check it. That's gonna run true.
So we tried a few different areas and there's no fish. So we're gonna go back to where we started because it's been really hot and consistent this year, and it's all timing. You know, sometimes you'll go through one of your good spots, they're not there. Doesn't mean they're not gonna be there later. So we're gonna go back over there and start fishing again. All right, how am I looking? Can I keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
What is he, an 18-incher? 16?
15 and a half.
Oh man, he smoked it like a big one. It's, you know, it's the middle of March, and typically what you'll see, like we're seeing today, is you'll see a lot of the shakers come in, the smaller size fish. And then later in the month, you'll see more of the bigger females and bigger fish show up. But we've had days where, you know, we've caught double-digit fish and a lot of good-sized fish. Today happens to be lesser fish in the system. We're getting more shakers, but we just got to keep focused, stay patient. We'll find more fish and bigger fish.
Welcome back to the California Delta. I'm Justin Wolf. It's early afternoon and the bite is starting to turn on.
That's a nice keeper.
That's a nice keeper.
Dude, he didn't hit as hard as that little guy. I'm gonna go up a little more and I'm gonna go back
Almost
down.
20.
We've been trolling with the tide and we got 4 bites trolling with the tide and 0 against the tide. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna motor back up and come back down with the tide because that seems to be what the fish want right now. That's a good one.
Good fish. Point them that way.
Yep, bring them away from the other lines, Merrick. He hit like a good fish. That last one was a good fish.
No,
16
he is.
inches. Keep that rod bent, Eric. Yeah, keep it like that. There's a big difference. Don't ever let it go straight like that. See how I'm saying? Reel faster.
I'll get him for you. I'll get him.
There you go,
Nice
guys. Good
fish.
job. Good job, my man.
Yeah,
Good job. Good job.
there he goes.
All right. So right now we were running deep divers earlier and it was biting us a little slow, and so we're next to this shallow spot. So we can put some shallow divers on, and we picked up 2 nice keepers right away and a shaker. So we're gonna run shallow for a little bit and see if we can pick up some more fish. That's a keeper.
Where are you keeping this one
Yeah. So reel. Keep that rod more, but reel. Keep it out right there, bent right there. Keep that rod bent.
at? 85.
Good job, Ming. He's coming right at you. Another shaker?
Borderline.
Oh, he looks like a keeper, kinda. I can't tell yet.
It might be a keeper.
Huh?
I think it's a keeper.
All right, we'll get a measurement on
Yeah,
him.
that's a keep.
All right.
Oh, double.
Double. Get him. Out. Here. I got it.
I've already caught my limit, so we're gonna let the captain
Get that
catch
rod
it.
out of the way and get a good measurement on him. This one's giving me some nasty head
You
shakes.
okay with that fish, or do you need a hand?
Those keepers? I'm gonna toss this on for keepers.
This one's a keeper.
Yeah.
Coming in. Let him flop around. Let him flop around, man.
Just hop out.
Let him flop around.
Oh, this one's giving me some nasty head shakes. Nice fish right here. Look at that one. There we go. Mario, I think this one might be barely hooked. We might net him.
We're all right. We can release him. No worries.
Let's see here. All right. There we go.
Just like that, boys.
So, like I said earlier, just being patient. You know, some days you have to grind away and look for these fish. Here we go. We have a nice triple. We made a couple adjustments. We went from deep to shallow,
And we found some fish shallow, so here we go. Pays off.
That's a good one too.
19 shakers, 13 keepers.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, this still might be a keeper.
Yeah. Looks like
It's a keep.
yeah, it looks like he's gonna keep.
All right.
Motorboated him right in.
He wasn't getting away.
Oh yeah, that's a keep.
Grab it. Bend it back. Bend it back.
This one's still on.
Set the hooks on them.
You got 2 on?
Reel, 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 reel. Keep that rod bent.
Shaker.
Keeper.
Shaker.
Oh, there you go, Justin. There you go.
Justin, this is a keeper.
All right.
Technically a triple right now.
All right.
Quadruple?
Good job.
Right.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, that's a nice one.
There we go.
Good one right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I hope you found today's episode valuable and it helps you catch more fish. And be sure to watch this episode again and hundreds of other episodes and helpful videos on the Angler West TV YouTube channel. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember, without our sponsors, there is no show, so please thank them when you can. Now get out there and do some great fishing.